Hey everyone, welcome back to The Root Trees Are Dead. Let's have a look around the room, actually. That's why I've got my evidence. Okay. Good to know. Let me look. Can't look at any of these. Cool jacket. Cool umbrella, plaid. Wonder if it's... You guys can't use my phone. I don't know if this is my place or somebody else's place. It's 8:20. Is that password is password? That sounds about right. Love that. Okay. Alphabet Davis, Secret Searcher. Reverses. Alphabet Davis's Ends and Beginnings, a young alphabet adventure. Alphabet Davis in The Erased Names of the Genesis. And Family Doku? Interesting. Let's have a look. So last time we finished reading all the notes from A Life Between Wars. So let's have a look at all the other stuff the mysterious lady gave us. This is buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It is a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simply, love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. Okay. So, whoever CM is Carl's sibling, I'm guessing. And Stephanie is their cousin. And that's her partner, somebody Jones. And she's gonna have a baby. Doesn't say what year, but maybe this year. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris, Gwyn and the boys. So that's Gwyn and her two sons. And one of them goes to film school. And the other has a lovely belt, as does Gwyn. Where is she? That one. Okay, and then Stephanie's one of the younger ones, but we don't know yet. And Gwyn has two kids, but we don't know which is which. But she's got two boys. This letter was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew that it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Okay. So, Debbie married Ernie. They had a daughter, Nicole. But perhaps so Ernie was a man, he had an immense pride for the you three did together. as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. So it makes me think that Ernie or, I've forgotten her name, Debbie, weren't blood related, but somebody, what's her name? Carl and Brenda got them as part of the thing anyway. Where's my notes? That's not my notes. That's my notebook. So, Ernie, deceased, married Brenda, daughter Nicole, friends with Carl. Sorry, that's Debbie. Carl and Brenda added to trust? Question mark. Interesting. There's also Sam floating around somewhere. When was it in here? Oh no, EC and John. Oh, maybe one of them was Ernie. Alright, let's have a look at the rest of the photos. Actually. Click, click. Lauren's diary contains some labelled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. Caption, this picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. Pop. Click. Cool eye patch. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Now, Eli Jr. was an architect. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it and the 3 of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well to say the least. Eventually, I suppose to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never even took a second photo. Damn. So that's her dad and his sisters, and that's, I don't know, Eli. I suppose that would be Miracle. Maybe that's Eli Jr. Where's, there she is. Here's that one. Probably makes me feel like Miracle Jr. is quite a bit younger. Sorry, not Miracle Jr. This is Miracle Original. And then one of them had Miracle Jr. and then one of these is Miracle the Third. Mr. Morden, Aunt Gwendolyn. And Mr. Morden is Angelica's and Zachariah. So that's James and Aunt Gwendolyn, I'm guessing. Whoops, not that. She would have been Gwendolyn Roottree, surely, at the time. And one of these two is Aunt Gwendolyn. That's what I'm going for. So that's Eli, and that's the other daughter. I'm guessing Eli Jr., but that's Elias Jr. But we don't know where he is in the sort of age birth order. Okay. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. Sorry about the water damage, a pipe burst in Carl's office. On the back of the photo, in childish print writing, it says November. There are also a large number of cursive signatures. They include Bonnie, next President Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline, Gwyneth M, Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark, Carl, and Eli M. So all of these people, I'm going to say that's probably November. Okay, one of them was the dad. Crap, which one was it? Kind of windswept looking. That guy. And a whole bunch of them are other people in the same generation. What does Jim look like? That. No idea. He could be maybe that guy. I'm not especially good at faces. Okay. This is the next generation. An attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one, but I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwyn. Grandma insisted we include Sam, even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think a fair miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge, even after all these years. Okay, so that's Lauren and her 3 brothers, and then some other people. One of these 2 is Sam. Maybe that's Sam. Oh, I can zoom in. Like, incredible outfit. That might be Miracle. Only because in the other one he had an eye patch and this one has got sunglasses on. That's my only guess as to why that would be the case. Damn it, I really should look at these photos. She's like smiling really awkwardly blue. And then one of these is Eli. Gwyn's not there. I really think that might be Miracle, but maybe that's Miracle. I just don't know. Okay. We've updated the story a little bit. So there's something else here. In 1987. Carl and his second cousin, Ernie Jr. My problem is, I don't know, second cousin is like this? Like your grandparents were related? And I'm guessing the clue is that Ernie Jr. exists. We don't know how to get her husband that she divorced would be Wild Bill Williams. We don't know their kids' names either. We know she's got 3 brothers. One of them's Eli Jr. Actually, let's go back to the website. I think, what was I looking? I'm gonna Google this guy. No, okay. But he was the head lawyer, but he became a president, didn't he? I think it was in her notes. No. Zach did. Her dad was a lawyer. And at some point, he's married. She never mentions her mum's name, probably because it would just know her as mother. And he went to Zach, who married in. So possibly spouse of one of these 2. Because that was James. And I don't think it went to that Zach. Or maybe it did. But there's another Zach somewhere. I have another photo of this guy? It tells me. Okay. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5, but yeah. Zach was president second. We don't have his photo yet. And I think all the women are going to be housewives up until we get to Gwen, it's pretty much said. But we'll leave it for now. And Angie's older. Maybe wanted to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the products. Then if we look at this photo, I'm going to say that that's Zach. And that's Miracle. So he's the only person who actually looks like he enjoys life. Well, him and the dude in the sunglasses was possibly... Oh, I can't do it until I verify him. Okay. I'm confident with that. Which means... Okay, there's 2 more girls somewhere. That one. And then one of these 2. And there's also another boy. Sorry, that's not what I want. I want my famous people. Miracle Jr. Oh my god. Is a televangelist who's part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed that he was his wife's Edith's sister in a disguise. The author also mentions that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across the southern United States, where he was not well known before the scandal. Okay. That's got to be Miracle Jr. And his wife, Edith. And he was a televangelist? Is that a... Clearly not in the thing. Preacher. I'm going to call it. I don't know what he looks like, though. He's not in the photos, is he? Wait, what? He would be. Also didn't think if Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. But couldn't be. One of them has to be Miracle Jr. And that's Sam. So that has to be Miracle Jr. But then I also didn't think if Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. That doesn't make any sense then. Unless I've got something wrong. Let's go back here. Clergy Watch. Sorry. So she learned to highlight. Okay. And I'm guessing Miracle Network will give us much the same thing. Oop! Not so. A production company run by the Miracle Root Tree Estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Root Tree. Miracle Root Tree arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. But still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over those complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. 23 years later, Miracle Root Tree Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Root Tree name, took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. The power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence. Okay. It's incredible. A flyer for the 3 Generations of Miracles tour. It comes from 1996. The names listed are Miracle Jr., who is said to be world famous and gets top billing. Miracle Roottree, who the flyer says will make a special appearance. Miracle Third and his wife Nicole, who are said to be youth pastors. I'm going to put that in the notes. I'm going to forget that. I don't know if he's... So that's Miracle Jr. And that's Miracle the Third. In his 68th year on God's earth. Miracle. Wait, was that him? No, he's the one who looks like that. Oop. Okay. So we got Lauren's dad, Miracle, and Zach. And I locked in a couple. Those ones. Okay. I don't know who those were. James, Edith, and Danielle. Okay. How many we need? Okay. We do 3 at a time. Now can I... No, I haven't... So I haven't got his occupation. Was he also a preacher? I have to look that up. Maybe we'll do each time we lock in 3. We'll take a bit of a break. But that was good. I feel like we're kind of a bit all over the place at the moment. We keep jumping back and forth between the things Lauren has and then the photos and other things. But I feel like we're getting there. 12 out of 18 for this lot. We're doing well. Thanks for watching. Bye.